All right, so I was highly critical of the Democrats' strategy to boost extremist Republicans leading into the midterms. I thought it was insane. The idea behind it was that the far-right candidates would be easier for Democrats to beat in general elections. But many, including me, called it a hypocritical strategy to portray these extremist candidates as existential threats to democracy while then helping them out. But more than just the hypocrisy, as a political moderate, I was concerned about the implications if it didn't work. Really dangerous strategy to elevate extremists, many of whom were election deniers. Guess what? It does seem to have worked, just barely. But the Democrats won every race in which the far-right candidate they propped up with ad dollars made it to the general election. In all, the Democrats spent more than $53 million to boost 13 different extremist candidates across the country in their primaries. 6 of the 13 advanced to the general election, and all 6 ended up losing last night, giving Democrats a clean sweep in those races. One candidate the Democrats propped up, who was thought to have a real chance going into Election Day, was Don Bolduc, a far-right candidate for Senate in New Hampshire. Throughout his primary campaign, Bolduc insisted the 2020 election was stolen. Then he flip-flopped the day after winning his party's nomination in an effort to win over moderate voters. But voters there rejected Bolduc's attempt to run to the middle. Democratic incumbent Maggie Hassan cruised to a pretty easy victory, despite the fact that she isn't that popular there, and polls late in the race actually showed Bolduc in the lead. John Gibbs, a Republican House candidate in Michigan, was also thought to have a good chance in his race after being boosted by Democrats in the primary to defeat moderate Peter Meyer. But Gibbs also fell well short. Democrat Hillary Scholten posted a comfortable victory, flipping that seat from red to blue. So this proved to be a winner for Democrats. It was ethically dubious, extremely dangerous, but it seems to have all worked out for them in the end. The question I have now is, will the Democrats try this again on an even bigger scale in 2024? Will they try to prop up Donald Trump because he may be easier to beat than, let's say, a Ron DeSantis? Joining us now is Jared Leopold, former spokesperson for the Democratic Governors Association and the Democratic Senatorial Campaign Committee that supported that strategy. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so the strategy proved to be pretty effective in the midterms. Let me first just get out of the way the sort of moral issues with it. Any reservations about putting money behind candidates that your team thinks are so morally reprehensible?
Look, no, I don't think so. I think the proof is in the pudding, and Democrats won these seats, and we prevented more MAGA Republicans from taking office. So I think the strategy worked, and all the Democrats did was shine a mirror into the Republicans' faces, and that's who they were. And they lost because the general electorate did not like them.
Now, I will tell you, I couldn't get any of the Democrats to come on this show on Monday night to defend the strategy because it looked like Bolduc was going to win. It looked like Gibbs might win. There was real questions. I couldn't get a single Democrat who would support. But now, of course, that it worked, everyone wants, oh, yeah, it was a great strategy from the beginning. I mean, the bottom line is this was risky stuff that, that Democrats did here. And again, if these people are such fundamental threats to democracy, how is that worth the risk?
Well, look, Dan, I've been on your show before defending this. I defended it before the elections. I'll defend it now. And, I would not call you fake media either, even though we agree. We disagree sometimes. But, look, I think that it's a strategy that worked. I think the problem here is the Republican electorate. Republican primary electorate wants these sort of MAGA Trump candidates that represent about 25% of the American people, and they lose in general elections.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.